Okay, if you want to print your brackets as soon as you get done, you will have to have a large number of files open. You are going to have the seating meeting, the seating, and every weight class open. All those have to be up and running. Now, what I usually do is I will open them all up and then arrange my screen so it's in a tiled format so I can see every file on my screen. I have an advantage. I have a large Mac right now so I can do my work. If I'm working with the laptop at the seating meeting, I adjust accordingly. And then I would probably only have maybe one file open up at a time, just one weight class. But again, you need your seating meeting and your weight. So 106 is done. I would come over to the 106 file, highlight it, enlarge, change it to sheet 1, change your division labels. So we're going to have division, I'm doing division 3, section 3, so I'll have to change each and every one of those prior to printing. I would also do a print preview of my file because most printers are different. Make sure it's just going to print on one sheet and then go ahead and print it. I would suggest practicing this prior to the meeting so you have all your print settings set up accordingly so you just get one sheet. You might want to also go in and change all these. So again, change the titles, do a print preview. As you can see with mine, I have one of two that says in my lower left hand corner. So this is going to go on 2 pages. I would have to adjust my screen. So notice that I get a little bit printed over to the right. To fix that, I either go to the setup and adjust my margins, or change the margins if I can, left and right. So I might want to change my left since it's already at 1 inch. I might change it to maybe 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, and then go back to my print preview screen and see if it works. If it says 1 of 1 in the lower left hand corner, you're good to go. And that's how you print your sheets on every weight class. Okay, welcome back. Another thing that you may want to do at the seating meeting is you may want to open the weigh-in sheets. I have already set up a file that transfers all the names from every weight class to your weigh-in sheets. So if you open this file, you will see, take off my horizontal bar, here is the bracket in a weigh-in sheet form. All the kids will be listed 1 through 16, and you got the weight at the top plus 2, so weight should be 108. Easy for the officials to understand. They drop in the weight, they can do their skin check, their hair and nail check. The official will either put an X or a check or whatever notation they have. Bring the weigh-ins officials will bring this to your head table, and then an official will show up to check any skin and hair and nails, whatever has to be done after that. If a kid doesn't make weight, so let's say we have bad news. If you have a seated wrestler who didn't make weight, then the bracket would have to be reseated. So you would go back to your seating meeting. Okay, so your wrestler's overweight. You have to take a seated wrestler out. We'll go back to our seating meeting file, and let's say, for example, Chris from Liberty did not make weight. So what we need to do is we need to go look for, if you will, the number 7 seated wrestler. That's going to be the wrestler who had the 7th best record. So I'm looking down the roster. I'm looking 50%, so we're going to have to go with our Sierra Linda kid who is 11-11 at 50%. So he is going to become number 6. He's going to move back up into the seated wrestler position. Chris from Liberty, he's going to take the place of where Sierra Linda kid came from, so that was 11. We changed that to 11. And then Tyler Long from Mojave, 5, we changed that to a 4. Change the Paradise Valley to a 5. Grab number 3 down to our Sierra Linda kid and hit A to Z sort. Again, I chose number 3 in case of that row header in the sort. The other thing that I would encourage you to do is then take the Liberty kid, type him in as a buy, go to his record and hit the space bar so we have no record of him, and then put in a 0 for his winning percentage. Again, or instead of space bars you can put in zeros. It doesn't matter which one you choose, but definitely type over his name as a buy. At this point, once the top 6 have been reseeded, you will probably have to go back, highlight the blue numbers through the names again, and double check to make sure everything is still balanced with your buys. In this case, they still are.